Hello guys, and a couple of you have told me that you've got your AQA A-level Economics Unit 1 exam coming up this January, and I'd like to just make a quick video on ways I think that you can try and secure an A or a really good grade on your AS exam. I'd always recommend making flashcards. In the link below I will provide a URL with every single key term that you'll need to know for your AQA Economics Unit 1 exam. Basically, if you learn all of them, then they will come in handy on the 12 markers, because you get 2 marks on the 12 markers for a definition. It comes in handy on the 5 mark questions, because you get 5 marks for defining something. It comes in handy on the multiple choice questions, and also you always need to define key terms at the start of a 25 mark question. So I'd really suggest learning all the key terms and knowing what they all mean. I think that exam technique is your key to success on the multiple choice questions, because they often like to catch you out. So if you do all of the questions, which I will provide in the info box below, then you should get a gist of what they ask, and often they repeat questions, so you will be able to score lots of easy marks if you nail the technique on this sort of question. Your logic would tell you that the more marks a question holds, the more weighting that it has on your grade, and obviously the 25 mark question is the most biggest question on the whole exam paper. So if you nail the technique on the 25 mark questions, then you should succeed. I do have a video on how to answer the 25 mark questions, which will also be in the info box below, so check that out. I will put a link for that, and it goes to some quite a lot of detail on how to succeed. On the 8 mark questions, you're often presented with graphs or statistics like the ones on your screen now, and basically what lots of candidates have to make mistakes with is that they quote figures but they're not really significant. So you could quote, like on this graph, like in the middle of the graph, which it doesn't really show anything significant, but you need to say things that really stand out on the graph and the examiner can agree with. So for example, on this graph I'd say that on 2008, on the first one, it peaks. Also, you could say things like there's a general increasing trend and there's some fluctuation on the second graph. So always make something that's significant. I'd always suggest learning all the graphs, because they really do come in handy on the 25 mark questions, the 12 mark questions, and you can also gain marks on the 5 mark definition question if you do draw a diagram. There are some diagrams on my YouTube channel if you follow the link through to my economics playlist, or alternatively look in various textbooks or revision guides and try and learn all of them, because they really do come in handy. Lastly, before you sit your exam, I'd recommend doing lots of outside reading The Economist, watching YouTube debates on various economic policies, Frederick Hayek versus Maynard Keynes, things like that. You do get marks in your 25 mark essay if you include anecdotes and other economic knowledge which is outside of the A-level course, which shows the examiner that you're not just an average candidate and you really have a passion for economics. This brings me to the end of my tutorial on how to be better prepared for your exam in January, or if you're watching this at a later date, in June. It is applicable to AQA mainly, but it will also be applicable for other exam boards such as Edexcel. Good luck in your exam, and please subscribe to my YouTube videos. If after your exam you have any queries about the exam paper, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I will try and answer your questions at least 24 hours after the paper has been set.